Haley Gromit. I'm Jackie Kaufman. I am the owner of Rock My World Jewelry, and I am a jewelry caster who specializes in making all of our jewelry using the age-old process of lost wax casting. I specialize in using people's fingerprints to make pieces of jewelry for them, and also just recently using dog and cat noses to make pieces of jewelry for cat and dog lovers. I am going to show you a couple of the processes that we use to make the jewelry, because it's a very unusual way of making jewelry, the lost wax casting process. So what I'm going to do, this is what we send out to you that we get back. These are molds of people's fingerprints, and what we have here are some dog noses. Different sizes, different shapes, some a little bigger, some a little flatter. And this is what we send you in a kit that you send back to us that we use to create your pieces of jewelry. From this process, I'm able to make a wax mold, that I use to create some of the pieces of jewelry, and these are finished wax molds. These pieces are all wax of different fingerprints. Here's a cute dog nose, and then this is our special necklace, which we use 2 different fingerprints and create a heart in the shape of a heart. What you see here is called a sprue. It's also made out of wax, and this is what we attach to our base, which is how we create the jewelry. These are all wax pieces that we are going to put in a kiln at about 1300 degrees, and the wax will melt out, and then we shoot in sterling silver or 14 karat gold to create the pieces of jewelry. And this is what we put in here, like this. And then we're going to put something called investment, which is like a white clay that hardens, and that's what we end up putting in the kiln. So this is one part of the process that I use to create the jewelry. Now, how did I get started using people's fingerprints? Well, I had a lot of requests from people. I work a lot with people in hospice and hospitals, and I had a request that somebody wanted to remember their loved one who was passing away, and they wanted to know if we could make a piece using their fingerprint. And I thought, sure, why not? Great idea, great remembrance. Well, we ended up figuring out how to do it, and we figured out the whole process. She ended up getting the piece and absolutely went crazy. Then we started getting more requests for different types of pieces for mothers who just had a baby, or for grandmothers who wanted to remember grandchildren, for brides and grooms, for weddings. It kind of encompasses a whole range of different people and different reasons for them doing it. I love doing it. It gives me so much pleasure to be able to create such a meaningful piece of jewelry for people. Especially if I know the story behind the fingerprints when I get them in, it just makes it all worthwhile, and I love doing it. Then one of my customers said, how about a dog nose? Her dog was in its last days, and she wanted a way to remember the dog. Well, we ended up doing a dog nose. She loved it. I started selling them, and it got a lot of publicity.